Hey everybody, what's up? Pat here. I have my son, Keoni,
Hi.
doing a collab today. You have a YouTube channel, is that right?
Uh-huh.
What's it called?
The Keoni Show.
The Keoni Show. We'll put a link to it so everybody can subscribe to it and check it out. We do some fun games and things there. But we wanted to do a video today to talk to all of you young entrepreneurs out there. Maybe you're as young as Keoni. Keoni, how old are you right now?
8.
8. Maybe you're younger, maybe you're a little bit older. Either way, we're gonna talk about 5 things that you should stop doing to increase your chances for success as an entrepreneur. And you like business and entrepreneurship, right?
Yeah, I like making videos.
You like making videos, you like being on YouTube. What's exciting about that for you?
I get to be in front of people. It's like people are actually watching me do that thing, which is cool. Like they're actually watching me play that game.
And why is it nice that they're watching? Like what can happen from that?
It can help them, and they can create a YouTube channel of their own, and it's just really fun to play.
Is building a YouTube channel the only way to have a business?
No.
What are some other ways that you can have a business?
You can build a company.
Like what's an example of
Build your own website.
You can build a website? As long as you're doing what? How do you actually win and do well as a business person? What's the one rule for every successful business?
Never give up.
Well, that's definitely a rule, because if you give up, then you're definitely gonna lose.
Yeah.
But what does every good business do? A good business does what?
Helps other people.
Yes, it solves a problem of some kind. Now, the problem that a YouTuber is solving, for example, is just boredom, right? So making something entertaining and fun, that's a way to solve a problem, and the problem is boredom. But every business solves a problem. So that's the most important thing. When you're creating any sort of company, what problem are you solving? That's the most important thing, not how much money you can make. The money comes from how well you can serve.
Helping other people.
Exactly. So let's talk about these 5 things. The first thing I want to talk about, this holds a lot of people back, especially the young entrepreneurs, and that is just they're afraid to start, right? And can you relate to that, being afraid to try something for the first time?
Yeah, when I first did my YouTube video, I didn't do it.
No, what was that experience like for you when we first tried to do a YouTube video? You said you wanted to do a YouTube video, and then once the camera turned on, you just you just froze a little bit. Tell me what was going through your head.
I don't know, because just strangers were watching me.
Yeah, it's kind of scary, right?
And just people watching me in general.
Yeah, so what were you afraid of when people were gonna watch you?
I think people watching me.
Yeah, but why was that scary to you?
I think because random people are watching me, or I just freaked out.
You just freaked out. It's a little scary, right? When you know that there's other people watching you. But how did you get over that? Because you're really good on camera now. Obviously, 5 billion people are watching you right now.
Yay!
Not really 5 billion. Although if that were to happen, that'd be pretty cool. But how did you get over your fear of getting in front of the camera?
You told me something, I think.
I did. What did I tell you?
I
I said, do it or you're gonna go to your room. I didn't say that.
No. It was a long time ago. That was my first video. So, yeah, I don't think I remember.
Okay, well, here's how it went down. So we were gonna shoot his first video, and I don't even remember what it was about. He was
Pokemon.
No, it was about Pokemon, you're right.
Yeah, Pokemon.
So we'll put a link to that video that actually did get filmed, but it took a few takes. And I think he was just so worried about being perfect. Remember, you were like, I'm gonna forget what I'm gonna say. And you just started to kind of freak out a little bit because you were worried about getting it wrong. But the cool thing is you don't have to be perfect to make something great. And that video wasn't even perfect, right? This video.
That was 20 minutes.
It was a 20-minute video, so that's good for watch time and stuff. But when it comes to just trying to make something for everybody else to have or to use or to watch, it doesn't have to be perfect. You were so worried about being perfect, but guess what? You can still do great things without being perfect. And for me, when I tried starting new things, I was scared because I was scared I was gonna fail. Like I was scared to start a business because I didn't want to fail. I was scared because I was worried about what other people would say about me. I was scared because I like to win. I like to do well, and I don't like to fail. But what I realized is that when you're building a business, that's part of the process. You have to fail because that teaches you, right? That's what I taught you.
That you know that you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, so you can do it again in a different way, right? So we've talked about this many times in other parts of life, not just business, right? Other times that you've tried and failed, like when you were riding your bike for the first time.
Yeah.
Or swimming, or building certain things. We do a lot of science experiments and stuff, and sometimes that fails. Like, remember we tried to build that rocket the other day, and it just like, didn't really do so well. I think it's because we were using like organic vinegar instead of like the Heinz like legit stank vinegar. But anyway, so let's move on to number 2 now. I think this is a big problem. This was a big problem for me, and I think it's a big problem for a lot of people nowadays, because when you try something and you hope to build it, maybe it's like a business, maybe you go out there, you build a product and you try to sell something, and then you get no customers. A day goes by, you don't get any sales.
That's kind of good.
That's kind of good. Tell me why that's good.
Because you know that your product's not good, so you can improve it.
You can improve your product. It's not just the product that might be good. Maybe you're selling it in the wrong place, right? Because what's the big L word when it comes to selling that's really, really important?
Location.
Location, right? You need to be in the right spot where your target audience is. So maybe you have a great product, but it's just in the wrong location too. And the only way you can really figure that out is just by, again, trying. But I think what I was going for was, sometimes people want results. They want to see customers the day they go, the day they launch their business. They want results right away. And it doesn't feel good when you try something hoping to get something and you don't get it, right? So what's the big lesson there when it comes to, you try something and it doesn't really work the first time, you get impatient. What should you be doing instead?
Trying to think about how you can improve your product.
That's good.
And thinking about your location.
But you also need patience, right? And that's something that we've had to work on a lot, because I know a lot of times you want things to happen right away. And we live in a world where we can get a lot of things quite quickly. But when it comes to building your business, especially for all you young entrepreneurs, you got to be patient. You got to work hard, but you have to be patient for the results, okay? Does that make sense? Do you know what being patient means?
Waiting.
But I like that you were kind of talking about being actively waiting. So as you're waiting for results, you're still trying to figure things out. I think that's really smart. Okay, number 3. This is something that a lot of people don't want to do, but I think it's one of the most important things to do. So if you don't know how to do something, you try something and it fails, and you're just stuck, what do you do?
Try again.
That's actually a really good one, because sometimes you try it for the first time and it doesn't work. But maybe you're trying it and you're just stuck and you don't know the right information to move forward. Where else might you be able to get that information?
You can get it for other people that were successful.
Yeah, so you can ask for help. Some people are afraid to ask for help. Why do you think they're afraid to ask for help?
Because, they want to be good and not ask for help.
That's a big one. There's a lot of pride involved with just trying to figure things out on your own. That's really smart. But is that really the smartest thing to not ask for help?
No.
Because what if somebody could just say, "Oh, you just have to change this thing and then it'll work"? Wouldn't that make more sense than kind of just getting so frustrated and waiting so long?
And you could, by that, there's a risk you could mess it up.
Say that again?
There's a risk that you could make the wrong move.
Yes. So it's always good to work together with other people. And if you don't know something, go ahead and ask somebody who maybe they've already done it before. They're going to be able to help you out. And you know what? There's a lot of really friendly people out there. There's some people out there that maybe don't want to tell you how to do something. But if you get connected with the right friends and the right people in your space, then yeah, you're going to have a good support system who, when you get stuck, you can go to for help. Does that make sense? Who do you go to for help?
Either my teachers or my friends, I guess.
Okay, who else?
You.
Thank you. And who else?
Mommy?
Yes, definitely mommy. Mommy's always the first answer. Cool? But your friends, teacher, love it. Love it, man. Okay. This one is a big one. And this is something you and I always work on. And this is when something goes wrong. Sometimes the first reaction that we have is to just get really frustrated and start complaining, right? What can you define for everybody? Well, what does complaining mean?
Where you just don't want to do it anymore. You're saying that you don't want to do it.
Yeah, or you might get really frustrated. You might start yelling or even like throwing things. That you haven't done that. But some people when they get really frustrated, they just their mind goes crazy, right? So what happens, and you've done this before, you've gotten so frustrated about something, what happens next usually?
You give up.
That definitely happens when you get frustrated sometimes. Sometimes your brain doesn't really think when you're in that frustrated mindset, right? Like there's probably a way to solve that problem. But when we get frustrated, we forget about trying to do that, right? We just get so upset because things didn't work out the way that we had hoped. But is the world always going to work the way we want it to?
No.
No. But you know what you can control?
Your body.
Your body? I hope you would want to control your body. That's
Yourself.
good. Yourself. Right, exactly. You're on the right lines. Meaning how you react to it is something you can control, right? So sometimes things are going to happen to you that maybe aren't so good. And it's not going to feel great. And yes, you're going to want to be frustrated. Now, I'm going to say this, and it might sound a little weird, but it's okay to get frustrated. I'm not saying don't get frustrated. But what I'm saying is don't get so frustrated so that you don't think anymore and you're doing things that are hurtful to others or saying things that are hurtful or doing things that aren't trying to solve that problem, right? But what I'm saying is how you react is the thing that you can control. And I remember when I lost my job, this was before you were born, I lost my job and I got very upset. I cried a lot. I was trying to figure things out and I thought the world was just against me. But it was when I finally told myself, you know what, there's something I have to do about this. I have to take control. That's when I built my business. And that's when things started to change. And that's why mommy and daddy get to walk you to school every day and pick you up every day and all that kind of stuff. And it's because I made that decision to take control and to do things and react to the situation, which was a bad situation, but turn it around and turn it into a good thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
because if you lose your job, you can even make a better business after.
You could.
You can spend more time with us.
Now, the fifth and final thing I want to talk about that you'll need to stop doing is stop giving up, right? Because what happens when you give up?
You just say you can't do it anymore. And when your mind says that, you don't.
Wow, that's very profound. When you don't think you can do something, you're probably not going to do it, right?
Your brain is like the controller of your body. So when you say like in your brain you can't do it, your body won't do it. I don't think.
You're thinking right, man. I love it. So don't give up. Keep going. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fail. You're going to get frustrated. But hopefully you'll react in a way so that you'll learn from those experiences, right? So that every time you try again, you get better and better. Dude, I love it. Any final words of advice for all the young entrepreneurs out there? You still got a long way to go. And hopefully I can coach you along the way as long as you still enjoy this process of building a business. Whatever you want to do, bud, I'm there to support you. And I hope you all have a great support system too. But any final words of advice for all the young entrepreneurs out there?
Don't be afraid to start a business.
Don't be afraid to start a business. Try. My piece of advice for you is have fun, right? It's your business. You can make it any way you want. You might as well have fun with it too. So do something you love. Create a business out of it if you want. And enjoy the process. All right, man. Thanks so much. I love you, bud.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, and subscribe. Subscribe.
Oh, yeah. Subscribe.
Subscribe. Check out Keoni's channel if you want. And yeah, have a good day. I love this. I love this.